Next story.
nytimes.com. America chooses chaos. Simon Phoenix.
4 minutes.
In a stunning validation of the politics of grievance, American voters have returned Donald Trump to the presidency, with analysts suggesting the choice reflects a subconscious understanding that measured disorder drives economic growth.
Angry, dissatisfied people buy things, said Dr. Eleanor Martinez, chief economist at the Global Economic Forum, who performed a macro analysis of the causes of Trump's victory. At the end of the day, what makes for a vibrant economy is the movement of capital. Contented people depress economies because they have everything they need. Discontented people are always casting about for something that will lift the cloud of their discontent, and all that activity is good for business.
The perspective was echoed by military and geopolitical experts. A military consultant for the U.S. Army, donning the cowl of anonymous coward to speak freely, drew parallels to international conflicts. Look at Ukraine, the consultant said. Lay aside the human suffering and you'll see that the war will be great for Ukraine long term. The construction trades will boom once the war is over. There will be an explosion of new births in 9 months, after the natural urge to rot returns. Europe will be able to sell Ukraine practically everything, loaning the country the hard currency to facilitate the deals. It's a win for everyone.
The consultant went further, saying, a civil war might be just the thing for America's perceived economic malaise, while smiling and rubbing his hands together.
Dr. Sarah Chen, professor of political science at Stanford University, offered a more nuanced view. What we're seeing is the commodification of social instability, she explained. It's as if we as a voting populace have discovered that anxiety has a market value, and we're now farming it deliberately. The danger is that we may not be able to control the harvest.
This is disaster capitalism taken to its logical conclusion, said James Morton, a fellow at the Brookings Institution. We're no longer waiting for crises to profit from them, we're actively voting them into existence. The question is whether we can maintain the delicate balance between profitable chaos and systemic collapse.
Robert Friedman, a behavioral economist at MIT, pointed to historical precedents. Look at the Roaring Twenties following the Spanish flu pandemic and World War I, or the post-World War II economic boom. Major social upheaval often precedes periods of extraordinary growth. The difference now is that we're choosing upheaval consciously, like a controlled burn in a forest.
Dr. Lorraine Zhao, a political scientist at the Institute for Advanced Political Studies, argued that Trump's re-election taps into a deeper human need for uncertainty. Americans thrive on narratives of struggle and redemption, Zhao said. By re-electing Trump, voters are essentially choosing to keep the pot boiling. It's a gamble, but one that plays to America's historic love of strife and reinvention.
Some observers see darker implications. We're playing with fire, warned Dr. Maria Vasquez, a sociologist specializing in civil unrest. The assumption that we can calibrate social tension like a thermostat is dangerously naive. These forces have a way of exceeding their intended boundaries.
As Americans brace for another term under Trump, experts caution against underestimating the power of shared outrage. In a strange way, chaos unites people, Dr. Chow noted. It creates a sense of urgency and purpose, even if that purpose is just surviving another day. That's the paradox of Trump's presidency. It's both destructive and regenerative.
The markets responded positively to the election results, with defense contractors and social media companies seeing particular gains. The nation seems poised to test these theories in real time. Whether America's experiment with managed chaos will yield the promised economic benefits, and at what cost to social cohesion, remains to be seen.